Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Today we would like to present about the business continuity planning for the IT units of UniKL. My name is Nik Nadra.
My name is Laila Izzati Amran Najihah binti Muhammad Syukur.
My name is Karinisa binti Ahmad Zaidi.
My name is Muhammad Firuzizah.
My name is Muhammad Izzuddin bin Muhammad Sofian.
For the introduction part, we would like to talk about the business continuity planning process that involve recovery, recommend recommends and maintenance for the entire business, but not only focusing solely on the technology department. Business continuity planning, or BCP, is the most important for UniKL MIIT IT units because it is the preparation and testing of measures that protect business operation and also provide the means for the recovery of technology in the event of any loss, damage or failure of the facilities. For the IT units of UniKL MIIT, they handling every campus's network that connect through ECT and e-learning. Every day they are the one that checking the VLE and ECT portals. IT units are the one who handling the central computing support service in the UniKL MIIT campus. UniKL MIIT IT units are committed to service delivery and support of the university mission through innovative uses of technology. Their goal is to provide solution that enables flexibility. The IT units for the IT units head of section is leading by Mr. Buhari or Sir Buhari. They have only 6 partners or members below him, which is Muhammad Suhail, Muhammad Hairi, Muhammad Shukri, Ahmad Shazwan, Muhammad Iskuan, and Darul Nafis. Their business key is roughly monitoring UniKL MIIT portal site, for example ECT, e-learning, and handling the technical problem in MIT service. For the BCP objective for these IT units UniKL is minimize loss of revenue or customers, maintain public image and reputation, minimize loss of data, minimize the critical decision to be made in time of crisis, facilitate timely recovery of core business function. Next is risk assessment. Risk assessment is what we determine for the company for any threats that can be happen to the company actually. So for example, for the people, staff, if for example for the threats is no replacement or unavailability, so the vulnerability is not enough staff. So that means the impact is very low because of it can control by higher extra contract staff, and then the livelihood and risk also low. For the data information or digitals and paper documents, information exhaustion, which is vulnerability is lack of security awareness. The impact is very high because of if the document or the information is very confidentiality are being exposed to the others, it can have some damage. It can do some damage to UniKL. But the likelihood is very medium, but the risk is very high, which can be controlled by provide security training and awareness to the staff. This failure, which is too much load, lack of maintenance, or low device quality, the impact is also high, the likelihood but low because of UniKL have a third party or vendors to maintain every disk or every hardware in UniKL, and the risk is medium. The current control is purchasing high quality hardware and maintain it regularly. For the paper document, which is human failure or human error because of lack of training or careless, the impact is medium. Likelihood is low and risk is medium because of UniKL already provides intensive training and punishment system, which is if the people do something wrong to the system or something wrong to the document, they can get punished by maybe go to another workshop or cut their allowance or cut their salaries. For physical asset and hardware, the premises, the system device and peripherals including desktop, printer, networking component including server, database. The threats can be for the natural disease, for example fire, earthquake, sabotage or vandalism, technology obsolescence, theft, equipment failure, or the quality of deviation for service provider, which means the internet. For the natural disaster, the location can prone to disaster. For working space, too messy. For example, sabotage can be done by insider attack. For example, employee For the technology, like a maintenance, like a budget for buying the latest technology. Theft, like a control, for example, CCTV, like a surveillance. For example, the doors is not locked. For equipment failures, is too much load, lack of maintenance, low device quality. Quality service requisition from service provider is hardware cannot support major requests. For example, DDoS. The impact for this variety of threats is mostly is medium. For the natural disaster, for example, earthquake. This area Kampung Baru is not prone to earthquake, but for the fire is high because of the UniKL only in one building. So if fire alarm trigger, we can only use staircase to run away. For the likelihood is very low and risk is medium. For current control is emergency policy, fire sprinkler, fire extinguisher. Alternate site, for example, the assembly site, emergency exit for staff, contingency planning, disaster recovery planning. For example, they have 2 staircases for emergency exit actually. For sabotage or vandalism, the impact is medium, likelihood medium, risk is medium. By implementing security surveillance, tightening security control, for example, CCTV, the door, access door, and the security guard below. For the theft, also is medium, low, and medium because of implement security. Equipment failure can be high and can be medium, which is because of we have to purchase the high quality hardware and outsource for maintenance. For the if we just using inside source, it can be high cost, but if we outsource it, for example, a contract, it can be a low cost and advantage to us. Lastly, the qualities of service devastation from the service provider, which is very high because of the current event happened around last month for the DDoS attack in UniKL. Because of that, we have a major interruption in our services. Next is software asset, operating system application which is outdated, technical software failure or errors, software attack, for example, virus, attack worms. The threats is like a maintenance, the variability is like a maintenance, like input and output control, outdated operating system obligation, unpatched vulnerabilities. The likelihood impact and risk rating can be low, medium and high, because if low, we can keep updating the source of the software vendors, and we can outsource the software was tested rigorously before. For the software attack is we can perform data mirroring backup, which is UniKL is doing it in others campus. Keep the system and operating system updated, especially with a security patch. Perform server and outstation hardening. Install a firewall antivirus. Next is business impact analysis.
I'm going to present the next section 3 is business impact analysis, or in short is BIA. BIA is the process of determining and evaluating the potential impact on the critical business function. Here, from the BIA, we list out the detail, what the key business and the process and the criticality and the recovery time requirement. I will explain what's the short term in the table. First is RPO. RPO is the recovery point objective. It's the time for acceptable time for amount data loss that can be tolerated for the organization. And second is maximum tolerable downtime. Is actually a combination of total of RTO and WRT. In recovery time objective is the amount of time taken for the IT unit to recover the system and during the disruption, and work recovery time is the time taken for the IT unit to recover fully the all system, the hardware and software. So from the table there will be the mission criticality category or ranking. Here the first ranking is critical. The time taken for the mission critical is basically measured in hours, 0 to 24 hours, and its level is high. And the second ranking is vital, the essential function, and the time measured will be a day or until 2 days, and the level is medium. And third ranking is the important function, the necessary function. The time will be measured in 2 days until 1 week, and the level is low, the priority of it. And ranking fourth, there is the minor function, which is the desirable function. With the time will be measured is more than 1 week, and the level is very low. So I will explain further in the table. So in the BIA, we identify the key business is first is roughly monitoring UniKL MIIT portal site. So the description of this key business, first is monitoring the portal ECT and VLE. Second is to improve the portal ECT and VLE. So here, first we see the highest criticality. Here, the process with the highest impact criticality is backup the data from portal to server and fix the portal and find any bug. Here we can see the RPO for backup data is 2 hours, and the RTO for it is 3 hours, and the WRT for it is 5 hours. So the MTD, the total RTO and WRT is must be less than 24 hours. As we can see, the impact criticality for this is a critical function, so the impact will be high. So like fix the portal and find any bug, so impact criticality 1. A bit different about with the backup the data. The RPO will be 3 hours, RTO 4 hours, WRT 5 hours, and the MTD will be less than 24 hours, and the impact is high. So the next second criticality ranking is the vital function, which be the process will be check the portal after get the problem and tell the student and lecturer before the maintenance will happen. So for the first, check the portal after get the problem is the RTO will be 10 hours, RTO will be 20 hours, and the WRT will be 1 day. And the MTD, total of RTO and WRT is less than 2 days, and the impact is medium. Next process is tell the student and lecturer before the maintenance will happen. So the RPO will be 20 hours, RTO will be 20 hours, WRT will be 1 day, and the MTD taken for both recovery time, RTO and WRT is less than 2 days, and impact is medium. And I missed out. The third highest criticality, the mission critical business function. Here is secure the portal network and database. So the RPO will be 5 hours, RTO will be 10 hours. So there is no WRT here, and the MTD will be less than 24 hours, and the impact is high. So in process in the first key business that have the minor criticality is this process, maintenance, the portal time 2 times. So the RPO will be 5 days, RTO will be 6 days, and there's no WRT, and the MTD based on the RTO it will be less than a week, and the impact is very low. More than 1 week, and the impact is very low. So we focus on the next key business is technical problem in UniKL MIIT handling service. The description for the key business is first, handle the problem that occurred in UniKL MIIT. Second is to improve the operation in UniKL MIIT. So there is 4 mission criticality business function here, high criticality. First process is acknowledge the problem. So the RPO taken for it is 9 hours, RTO 11 hours, none for the variety, and it will be less than 24 hours for MTD, and the impact is high. Second is fix the problem. RPO will be 8 hours, RTO will be 9 hours, WRT will be 10 hours, and the MTD for both RTO and WRT is less than 24 hours, and the impact is high. Third is backup. Backup the data daily. RPO will be 5 hours, RTO will be 6 hours, and the WRT 12 hours, and the MTD will be less than 24 hours, and the impact is medium. Fourth and last, secure the network and database. Secure the network and database in UniKL MIIT. The RPO will be 8 hours, RTO 10 hours, there is no WRT, and the MTD will be less than 24 hours, and the impact is high. The last to process, the impact criticality is the third ranking. It's an important function. First is update all the system. The RPO will be 4 days, RTO 5 days, and the time taken for MTD will be less than a week, and the impact is very low. So the next process, maintenance, network inside UniKL MIIT. The RPO taken is 3 days, RTO 5 days, no WRT, and the MTD will be less than 1 week, and the impact is low. Next, my friend will present the next section.
Okay, I will present about risk mitigation strategy. Risk mitigation strategy means a step need to organization or company need to reduce the disruption that will affect the company. Okay, there are 4 tables inside. First, possible impact, there will happen, possible risk, possible way of the prevent, and possible way of the solution. Okay, first is about workplace inaccessible. First is possible risk with natural disasters such as fire, earthquake, and many more. Okay, to prevent from happen, we need to install a fire alarm, train staff, location meeting point, fire extinguisher is in a good condition. Because it's important to the data, important to everyone. The possible way of the solution, have the building regularly check out, for example, gas pipe, air condition. Because if business does not check the building, we doesn't know how possible happen that in the future will happen. Okay, next is loss of staff, shortage of the staff, maybe some staff on vacation, retired, or have been fired. Okay, for prevention, HR human resource department has to be alert if any possible position that have to be filled in. Then for the solution, first we need hire contract or part-time staff, hire more staff, need as soon as possible, and outsource staff, borrow from other department. Maybe some department from this unit can borrow from another department in building UniKL MIIT. Then loss of data. First is human error or failure. The prevention is send staff to training about system in UniKL MIIT. Then it's a possible way of the solution. Give a warning or punish the staff that careless, or maybe they steal the data or careless about something that is very important. Okay, next. Okay, for next is information extortion. First, educate the staff about the security. Then give the staff training about security awareness. This important because we doesn't want to lose the data, because a lot of data important. Then tighten the security. Then have backup or data mirror. Backup is important because we doesn't know what will happen in the future. Then is a portal or server attack. This will happen denial of server attack, DDoS. Then we need to prevent it, we need tighten the server and port security. Install UPS, anti-DDoS software. Then to solution it, always update to the latest version of software or the antivirus or minimum. Then equipment failure, to maintain the device regularly. For solution, prepare separate backup, for example cloud storage and cloud storage have to put in another place. For loss of the service distribution by service provider, need power supply or internet. The prevention, we need have a backup for data power supply. Then for the lastly for solution, they conduct service temporarily by using traditional method. That's all for me. I will pass to my friend for next session. Thank you.
Okay, next I will present the section 5, that was the recovery plan development. Okay, the background. A disaster can be caused by man or nature and result in IT unit of University of Kuala Lumpur not being able to perform all or some of their regular roles and responsibility for a period of time. IT unit define disaster as the following, which are loss of key staff or skill, loss of critical system, denial of access toward the premises or facilities, and loss of key resource, such as the power supply. Okay, next the objective. The objective BCP for these IT units are the minimize loss or renew our customers, maintain public image or reputation, minimize loss of data, minimize the critical decision to be made in a time of crisis. Minimize the critical decision to be made in a time of crisis. Next, the facilitate timely recovery of core business function. Okay, this is the key internal contact that they always contact or notify, which are the Muhammad Bukhari bin Muhammad Kamal, which are the head of IT session, and Muhammad Amri Arifin, which executive of IT. Next. Next is the key internal contact that contact depending on incident, which are the Muhammad Suhail, Muhammad Khairi, Muhammad Shukri, Ahmad Salzuan, Muhammad Iswan, and Darul Nafis. Okay, next the activation of emergency response team. At the point when an occurrence happens, the emergency response team ERT must be squared. The ERT will be choose the degree to which of the ERP must be summoned. All workers must be issued a quick reference card containing ERP contact point of interest to be utilized as a part of a situation of a disaster. The responsibility of the ERT are to respond immediately to a potential disaster and call emergency services. 2. Assess the extent of a disaster and its impact on the business, the data. Third, they decide which element of the DR plan should be activated. Fourth, establish and manage disaster recovery team to maintain vital services and return to normal operation. Fifth, ensure employees are notified and allocate responsibility and activities as required. Next. Okay, the disaster recovery for procedure for management. The member of the management team will keep a hard copy of a name or contact number of each employee in their department. In addition, management team member will have a hard copy of the company disaster recovery and business continuity plan on file in their home in the event that in headquarters building is disaster and destroyed. First, they contact the employee, which manager will serve as the focal point of your department where design. Employee will call the other employees to discuss the crisis or disaster and the company immediate plans. Employees we cannot reach staff on their call list are advised to call the staff member emergency contact to relay information on the disaster. That was the backup staff. If a manager of staff member decide to contact other staff member is unavailable or incapacitated, the resigned backup member will perform the notified duties. For the report message or update for the latest information on the disaster and organization response, staff member can call a toll-free hotline. This in our BRP wallet. Include the message will be data on the nature of a disaster, size and update the word resumption. Okay, this is the alternate site strategies, the key business process and the every backup strategy for each are the list below. The strategy chosen is for a fully mirror alternate site at the other UniKL campus. This strategy entails the maintenance of a fully mirror duplicate site, which will enable instantaneous switching between the live site headquarters and the backup site. For the key business process, which are recently monitoring UniKL MIIT portal site ECT and learning is a full mirror alternate site. Same goes to technical problem in UniKL MIIT handle service, which the backup strategy was the fully mirror alternate site. Okay, that's all for me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Okay, right now I will present about. I will explain more about testing and maintaining. Okay. First, we're going to testing the plan, which is IT unit of UniKL MIIT is committed to ensuring that this DRP is functional and it should be tested every biannually of the year in order to ensure that it is still effective in order to train the staff and staff on the best practice so they can fully prepare when the DRP is executed. And the test should be led by individual with a background and training in disaster recovery solution. As a testing require the shutdown of various system and component to ensure appropriate failover occur. Testing the plan will be carried out as follow. Next. Okay, actually we have several ways to train staff and team member in order to understand when disaster is happened. First one is we going through is paper walkthrough, which is in this method it surely will help the team member to identify the gaps or other weakness, and it also effectiveness of that plan as how that has been documented. We also can using checklist to check the plan can be improved when they're missing and or out of order step are found, and this checklist is important because it will help the team to identify the problem and to make sure the plan goes well. And this test provide the opportunity to review a plan with larger subset of people, allowing the DRP project manager to draw upon a correspondingly increased pool of knowledge and experience. Next. Okay, the second way is simulation exercise. A disaster is simulate so a normal operation will not be interrupted of hardware, software, personnel, communication, procedure, supply and form, documentation, transportation, utilities, and alternate site processing should be tested in simulation tests. However, validated checklist can provide a reasonable level of assurance for many of this scenario. Analyze the output of previous tests carefully before the proposed simulation to ensure the lesson learned during the previous phase of the cycle has been applied. Okay, the third method is functional exercise, which is this exercise to train all staff in critical procedure where they need to respond to address the disruption, and this some plan will be tested based on the scenario based script, and the reason is to make sure it goes as planned, which is to plan to help them understand their role and responsibility. And important thing is even in stressful condition, they still can communicate rationally. Okay, last method we going through full interruption testing, which is full interruption test activate the total DRP where all the staff and students will be tested like in a real situation, and the plan actually will be implemented in whole organization. But by doing this test, it gives impact when it disrupting a normal operation, and it should be approached with caution. The importance of due diligence with respect to previous DRP phase cannot be overstated. Okay, section 7 is about maintenance, which is we maintain the plan. The DRP will be updated quarterly or anytime a major system update or upgrade is performed, whichever is more often, in order to make sure the plan actual to keep valuable, to review it and update line with common change management process. The disaster recovery lead will be responsible for updating the entire document, and so it's permitted to request information and update from other employee and department within the organization in order to complete this task. Okay, these are maintenance of the plan, which is we ensuring the goal can be achieved when the RP is executed, ensuring the plan meet any requirements specified in new law and is up to date, ensuring the plan effective according the change all around. For example, technology, personnel and operation, ensuring the detail of contact information increases communication list is up to date, and the last one is ensuring the plan is effective when it been implemented to the staff and student. Okay, this is maintenance conclusion, which is during maintenance period, if any change to the disaster recovery team must be accounted for, and if any member of disaster recovery team no longer work with this unit, it is responsible of of disaster recovery leader to appoint a new team member.
Okay, last part is the awareness. Okay, awareness is an important element of any ongoing proactive approach to business continuity planning and implementation, disaster preparedness and recovery, and as well as crisis management. The main purpose of awareness program is to raise the level of awareness of an employee role before, during, after an event. It is important to emphasize preparation, mitigation, and personal safety by making employees more aware and involving. It is making employees lifeguard of business function and company assets as well as their own assets in the company. But that's not all. The awareness program can also be used to establish a baseline of the organization awareness against which to measure the effectiveness of awareness effort and to garner ongoing management support. It is known for unless ongoing management support and commitment, all the best effort seems to fade with time. Okay, benefits for the awareness program is awareness of the importance for company business continuity or disaster recovery program, awareness of company commitment to business continuity planning or disaster program, appreciation and understanding of what could happen to the business during some event, awareness and knowledge of procedure to mitigate impact of events, awareness of emergency response procedure, awareness of employee roles and responsibility for professional and personal. The critical success factors of good awareness program is a provide relevant example of event that could affect the organization and tailors those to the audience needs, communicate the value of and business continuity planning disaster recovery program, create a baseline so it's possible to measure the effectiveness of the awareness effort, acquire and maintain executive supports, create templates to keep them up to date. For the conclusion, in conclusion, all business has critical function, should have business continuity planning because to continue and resume back the function of the business after any untoward accidents occur during ongoing business which is affect the business. If this BCP does not be implemented to this business, it will give disadvantage to the business after incident happen.
Okay, before this BCP be implemented to the business for IT UniKL, first you need a cooperation or management on an organization in IT UniKL MIIT to make sure this BCP gets support so it can be implemented to this business. But without it, it will become more difficult to implement BCP in this business. BCP will give benefit when placed in this business and less time to do things such as data backup does not need to take time if anything that possible happen in IT UniKL MIIT. If BCP is well defined and developed, IT UniKL MIIT can manage to control the crisis situations that business will get the benefit and advantage to everyone.
So that's all from us. Thank you.